At the university, this is where I start to understand that I had a disability. Neither my mom knew that I had a disability, nor my brothers or sisters or siblings. Everybody thought somebody had bewitched me.
We came up with such a resolution of making up Cparo after we have experienced a challenge within our family where we had our cousin called by the name of Second Deo, who is also a cerebral palsy ambassador just in Uganda as well as in the European Union.
Parents with children with CP are faced with so much difficulties in raising these children, because as a parent with a child with CP, you cannot work properly like any other parent, because these children have to be catered for right from feeding, bathing, name it, anything that concerns their well-being as a person in the day-to-day activities. They have to be supported. Secondly, I may talk about another challenge as being that if you are taking the children to school, support is so much needed, because these people cannot transport themselves. Either you hire transport or you carry them yourselves, which means working is not easy for such a parent. As a result, you end up living in poverty.
That's why we resolved to make up an organization called by the name of Cerebral Palsy and Autism Renaissance Organization. It is a registered entity within Uganda, and it is operating within 5 districts as per now, namely Kampala, Luwero, Mukono, Chenjojo, and Wakiso.
Cerebral palsy simply means damage to immature developing brain, and often signs present during preschool and at birth, whereas autism is just a pervasive developmental disorder which is characterized by difficulty in social interaction, communication, repetitive and restricted behaviors. That is autism. Now, for cerebral palsy, again, it presents in a number of ways. People with cerebral palsy, they always have stiff muscles with exaggerated reflex. In medical term, we term is as spasticity. They also present with stiff muscles with normal reflex, what we term is that rigidity. They also have unsteady movements, or they have problem with balance and coordination. People with cerebral palsy, they also have floppiness and also stiffness of limbs. They always present with abnormal postures.
Byempisemu kati myaka 9 nga ndi ne rodini ono. Bantu baba tebatwagala, abamu bakwenyinyala, abaana abamu tebagala zanya naye. Alina olumba olumukuba ne yeesika, n'olaba nga tolina ddagala katempeke, oyo omwana golaba teyeebaka. Muwampeke ne yeebaka. Kati sawa zino sizirina. Sente zaazo za bbeeyi. Kale bingi ngera womanyi nti omutima gw'ekizadde sitambula, tokyala, tolina gogenda mulekera nti bannange mulekere waa. Era ebiseera ebisinga mulekamu mu nju wema n'atambula ne musibiramu. Bwe buzibu bw'ensanga. Ebyokulya tabifuna. Kati ebyokulya by'abaana talya nti naalya kawunga. Tayagala matooke. Aba ayagala mbumonde, muceere, buji ngobo nga buli mu mata, chai, mugati ngokale. N'ebyokulya bitumenya. Ekyokubiri, ommo yo tukozesa mungi lwa nsonga buli kimu akikolaawo. Sobola okufunayo nga kupampa, nenfuna mpa kupampa ngaawo. Kuba kati zo pampa ogayo gamba nti kamuteeko omupampa enkya mumulekewo. Leero omuteeka mu pampa n'omanya nti nno tenkya tugenda kwoza owumuddemu, zolemba siriiwo osanga olusengoye nga si za mulembe.
Jeni Nalubeka.
Osobola okutubuulira embeera gy'obeeramu ne muzzukulu Happiness?
Embeera naye kubanga bwe yafuna munne yasooka n'abeera naye nga balina omwana oli omulala gwe bazadde omulamu kati bwe yafuna ono bwe yayonooneka ne baawukana n'aba nga takyamuwa na buyambi.
Omwami we yagenda olw'okuba omwana afunye obuzibu
obulemu n'amudduka kati talina buyambi bwonna ye yayamba omwana we mu buntuntu bw'aba akozeekoze.
I was born through a lot of difficulties at birth. The doctors had decided to sacrifice and kill me so as to save my mom. Luckily enough, one doctor entered the room and said, "Before you kill the young boy, let's try one more time." That is a doctor that saved my life until today that I'm breathing. I grew up normal, although my mom gave birth at 12 months, but the usual months are 9 months, which means there was delay in delivery. But I grew up as any other child, played with my friends until the age of 13. I got involved in an accident. I banged my head on the dashboard of the car, and from that time my life has never been the same. I have gone through difficult moments. I stopped walking, I stopped writing. Feeding myself was a hassle. I also use the straw to take tea. I really couldn't continue with studies. I had to drop out of school and sit at home for all over 1 year. While at home, a thought came to my mind and asked myself, what will I be if I don't attend school or if I don't receive education? Because I had lost hope, my dreams had become shattered. I gained courage and I said, let me go back to school and study, despite the condition I'm in.
Tweyanziza nnyo aba Cparo Uganda otuyamba otuleetera obuyambi buno obw'omwana ono. Tweyanziza nnyo naye era mutuyambi tusobole okulaba nga tulina entambula n'okuba nga abeera bulungi.
Thank you so much. May the mighty Lord give you blessings.
You are sister too?
Timothy Mjuni.
And where is Timothy?
Chima is in the hospital.
Mbebaza mbebale kujja era mubeerewo mwongere okubeera n'omutima ogulumirirwa era mwongere okutulabirira kubanga bapita bano beetaaga obuyambi w'amaanyi kuba embeera naye sisobola kukola nina okubeerawo bw'omulekera banna wakati abaagala ayagala nze so ate nga nina okuyiiya ogenda okukola ekikumi.
Neyanziza nnyo ekibiina kya Cparo okuba kinene ekimpeereddwa leero n'okujja okunkasolinga mu ngeri emu oba endala mbadde sikisuubira.
I take this opportunity to thank Cparo for supporting people with disabilities. Thank you.